All right, everybody, welcome back to the Xavier Klein Coaching Journey series here on Madden 25. We're in week 2 of the 2025 season. We lost a tough one there against the Cincinnati Bengals, but you always gotta keep it rolling here. My goal here is to try to get us to probably like maybe week 5 or 6. And kind of see if we can make some adjustments along the way. I tweaked the line a little bit, or the depth chart, to try to get us to a point where we can see some of the rookies playing in Walton from time to time. Truman's back from injury. We're going to see Valentine basically playing the third down back / power back, and Achan will be the 2 down back there. With Lorenzo Carter, I actually moved him out because I want to see some of my younger players get some opportunity to play off the edge. I think, is McLeod Reed? So maybe we move. I feel like I drafted Daniel. Let me double check that real quick. I feel like we drafted Daniel in the second. Yeah. So Daniel McLeod, I'm going to get him to start in the rush package now. That way he gets a little bit more time to develop. More opportunity there. The defense does fine. We're going to let Waddle and Tyreek play on the outside. We're going to have a big slot receiver in MVS. So first game here is against the Patriots in this episode. My hope right now is that we just watch a little bit of these games to kind of keep it moving there. We'll try to break down where we can, but the hope is that we get a chance to see more of this season. That's the goal. Get us through bigger chunks of this thing, because the off season, the trade deadline, the initial parts of these things are really what I believe are the inner workings of a good rebuild series. Focusing on the construction of a team versus play-by-play. Now, although I do want to see the play-by-play, I'm gonna kind of put it in pieces here to kind of get a little more comfortable. I'd say we'll see maybe a little bit more in the later season. Part of the season to see if we work out, because there are some decisions that I'm thinking about in the trade deadline to see if it's time to move on from certain players. It's crucial for me to kind of get this team a little healthier, get them financially flexible, and have the artillery as far as draft capital to get us going. Players that I think should move on, it's very difficult to make that decision right now. You look at certain players like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey who want to leave Miami. I'm just not sure if we're going to be able to do that up front unless we can actually get the capital we need here. And it looks like I accidentally booted this off. So I got to play the special teams here real quick. 34 taking off. Oh, he fumbled it! Fumble-rooski! Picked up by number 40, you lucky. So that's the goal today. We'll kind of check it out, see what happens here. Let's kind of understand the possession. Want to see how my defense is moving right now. Looks like Hunter's on the right side of that line. They're going to hand it off to Ramondre. Ramondre gets stuck. What I'm thinking, though, right now is oh, no, he's hurt. The older guys are feeling it. Zach Sealer restructured contract, so the hope is that he'll be playing for one more season, but the injuries, man, are piling up. 9:51 left here in the first. 3 tight end set. They hand it off to Ramondre. Good tackle by the slot corner there. That might have been one of my... Yeah, I think we had 4 corners out there. That worked out really well. 3rd and 8. I'd say the second level has worked out. We just got to get the interior going there. They're going to go for the screen. Ramondre's got some room. And he gets the first down with no issue on that one. Big pickup there for Patriots. Trips right, it looks like. Henry on the right side of the line. They're going to hand it off to Ramondre again. Ramondre finds the room to the outside, taking it to the 40, breaking a tackle, pushed out of bounds at the 36. So Ramondre finding some really good rhythm here. They bring in a new running back, tight end off the left side of that line there. Throws it right underneath. Drag route to Hunter Henry, gets a 9-yard gain. And it's just the defense. With Jalen Phillips coming back, I'm actually looking at potential trade pieces, and play action here for May. Sets his feet right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Oh my gosh. Number 3, that's Demario Douglas. So the Dolphins defense did not look good there. Wow, easy play. That was like a cover 3 it looked like. But one of the things we are considering is, you know, the trade targets. And I am thinking about Jalen Phillips, knowing that he's got injury concerns. If we can kind of get him out there for a couple weeks, kind of broadcast him, see if we're going to get any feelers on it, I think that would be a player that I would like to move on from and allow ourselves to maybe get an early pick, maybe like a 3rd round pick for Jalen Phillips would be kind of clean right there. Dolphins are going to return it from to about the 27. But here comes Tua Tagovailoa. He did okay week 1. You know, I kind of wish he did a lot better. 241 yards, 2 touchdowns. A lot of that chunk of yards, though, was during garbage time. So I don't think that's necessarily the great indicator here. I got to see how the rest of these players work out. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line here for the Dolphins. They're going to motion receiver from right to left. Tua stepping back. He's got time. Throws it right underneath. Gets it to Tyreek Hill. Tyreek able to get the first down to the 39. Tua definitely shares the ball with quite a bit of targets. He doesn't just lean on one guy. HN, nice move right there. That should have been a loss of 2 yards. Ends up getting 6. 7:10 left here in the first quarter. Tight end off the right side of the line. We're looking at trips left. HN motioning out. They send 6. Tua felt it. He didn't throw it away. Keon White with an easy sack. It'll be 3rd and 12. 6:45 left here in the first quarter. Valentine in the backfield. 2-4 mug set here for the Patriots. They only send 4. They're going to get the screen off. Valentine following his blockers. He's trying to get it done. He can't get by. If they did not get sacked, that would have been a first down. And unfortunately there, the Dolphins will have to punt this off. So right now what I'm seeing for this offense is just, you know, I got to continue to build that team up. I think the right side of the line's all right, is okay, but we need to figure out how to get this going. We'll watch, you know, probably we'll split the set of drives there before we move on. We try to get later into this one here. Deuce close, fake jet sweep, halfback dive. Ramondre tackled there by Dodson at the 32 to be 2nd and 5. 3 tight end set, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Defense with 7 on the box, going for an outside zone, and no one grabs him. I don't know what's going on. Our edge rush is just horrendous too. You know, Bradley Chubb's currently hurt right now with the torn labrum. All he got out there is the 2nd-year edge rusher in Chop Robinson. Got McLeod out there, the rookie, to try to get some reps, but it's tough, man. Now they fake jet sweep, halfback dive again. He just didn't have enough juice to keep it moving, but Brooks gets the tackle there. 6 for 55 for Stevenson so far today. He's on pace for a really good game. Trips tight end left, outside zone there. Ramondre trying to get there, breaking a tackle. But that's Chop with the tackle there, not bad. 3rd and 5 at the 39-yard line here. Need the Dolphins to stop them. Looks like Demario Davis motioning in there. Got room, throws a deep shot, and it's picked off! It got cut underneath! What a play right there! That's Kendall Fuller cutting underneath that freaking pass. Wow, what a play by 29. I did not expect that. Oh yeah, Lecky Fotu in his face. Ooh, it was intended for number 9. What a snag by Kendall Fuller. So the Dolphins get the ball back here. Still down by possession. But maybe this will draw some momentum here. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. Play action here for Tua. Sets his feet, goes for a shot over to the left. Nice catch by Tyreek Hill at the 43. They have flipped the field there. Great job. Trips right. Oh, check. Bunch right. Each hand in the backfield. Tua looking around. And he just missed it. 2 guys were on a mesh concept, and they just kind of messed it up there. 2nd and 10. Jonnu Smith off the right side of that line. Devon Achane in the backfield. Tua looking around. He rolls out, throws it. Throws a high ball. And Jalen Waddle got smoked. And I think that's Barrymore who's creating a little havoc for us on the right side. Valentine in the backfield. Shotgun spread set. A little motion there for Jonnu Smith on the right side. They send 6. Tua feels the pressure. Can't get the ball off. So whatever we tried to do there, the defense is just in our face. And the thing is, too, right? Like, Tua's due for a big contract. I mean, a big hit on the cap. You could move on from him, but does that make any sense, right? I mean, technically you can clean house, but I just don't know if that's really the right move right there. We're just going to go ahead and sim a little bit here. 5-yard penalty, Cole Strange with a false start. 10-yard gain right there for Hunter Henry, 2nd and 5. Mondre gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Incomplete pass right there for Drake May. They're going to boot this over here. And the Dolphins get the ball. 6-yard gain for Devon Achane. Tua gets sacked by... Yeah, Barrymore's been psycho. 26-yard gain right there to Jalen Waddle. 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and 12. Incomplete pass. 2nd and long. 3rd and long. 26-yard pass again to Jalen Waddle. There you go. Love that. We're going to go ahead and watch this one here. 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line. Valentine in the backfield. Wide receiver stack close right. Defense, dude, they're really close to the line. Malik Washington motioning from left to right. Got time. Tua's got time. Hits the drag route. Washington hangs on to it. Gets maybe 200 yards passing today for Tua. But it's been those two chunk plays by Jalen Waddle. They handed it off to the weak side. Achane's going to be short. 4th and inches at the 18, and they send out the field goal unit. The kind of faith that this team has in their offense, man. Not good. Achane needs to get it together. The running game, you know, I really tried to bring in some players that were good at passing, pass blocking more than anything else, but man, we gotta figure out that 1-2 punch. I'm hoping Valentine can be that for Achane. We just got to keep those two paired together. 8 for 55 there for Ramondre Stevenson so far today. 6.8 yards a carry. I mean, you can't really doubt him like that. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. 6-yard gain for Hunter Henry. Knocked away by Elijah Molden. So it's a 3 and out right there. Behringer has to punt it off. You got Nwangu there with pretty good one. Let's see what we got here. 11-yard reception there for Tyreek Hill. 4-yard rush for Tua. 7-yard rush for Achane. There you go. A little chunk of change there. 5-yard rush. Let's go, Achane. 14-yard reception for Jalen Waddle. 3-yard right there. And this is where we're going to try to watch a little bit of this one. 2nd and 3. 2 tight ends off the left side of the line. Wide receiver stack close right. Tua looking around. Hits it underneath to Tyreek. Tyreek falls forward. He takes some hits, but he gets that 1st down. 137 yards passing for Tua today. Wide bunch right. This is where we got to make our move here. We got to get a tutty. Tua makes a change. Hands it off to Achane. Achane threading the needle there. 10 for 47. It looked like he had 0 space there. He gets it done. Valentine in the backfield. 2nd and goal. Little handoff there for the Rook, and the rookie makes it through. Taking Bentley with him. Deron Valentine's first touchdown in the NFL here. There you go. I think the 1-2 punch can work out for sure. I believe in it. Valentine gets it done there. And he was Xavier Klein's, choice. He was a guy that we saw later in the year in the draft, and I felt like he could do something for us, but that's a really nice move there. So now we're going to go ahead and kind of keep it moving here. 3:29 left here in the first. Patriots get the ball to 25. 7-yard gain there. 2nd and 3. 3rd and 3. 4-yard rush for Drake himself. That's not bad. 11-yard reception for Keyshawn Boutte. They're at the 2-minute warning. 3-yard rush there for Ramondre. See what you can do here. 2nd and 7. Knocked away by Chop. 3rd and 7. Incomplete pass by Drake May. So they're going to punt this thing. Looks like it was a fair catch at the 4, or just dropped there. 7-yard gain for Achane. 2nd and 3. 4-yard gain for John. We haven't called his name out today. Tua Tagovailoa, incomplete pass there. 2nd and 10. 3-yard reception for Achane. 3rd and 2. 6-yard gain for John. Was there like a reset or something? What the heck was that about? 38 seconds left. 2 timeouts remaining. 2 timeouts used. 3rd and 10. 7-yard gain. 22 seconds. Looks like they're just going to punt it off. Call it a day. And that'll get us to the 3rd quarter there. Not too bad on that one. Dolphins get the ball to start this half. They currently have a 3-point lead. Ooh, loss of 3 yards for Achane. Penalty by the... Ooh, there you go. MVS with the reception. Now Tyreek Hill with the reception. Now Jalen Waddle with the reception. Tyreek Hill with the reception. Malik Washington with the reception. And we got 1st and 10 in the red zone here. 6:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Achane in the backfield. Single back deuce close. 6-1 defense formation there for the Patriots. Outside zone there. Achane trying to bounce to the outside. Great play right there by the Patriots to shut him down. Gains maybe a half a yard on that one. Jonnu Smith off the right side of that line. 3 receivers set. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Jonnu Smith motioning. Play action there. Tua's got time right underneath. That is a horrible throw right there. That should have been a touchdown. Valentine in the backfield here. Wide receiver stack close left. Shotgun set. It's like a receiver's motion. That's Waddle motioning from right to left. Send 4. He's got time. He's got the drag route. Waddle all by himself. Stays in bounds. Runs into the end zone. No one looking at the man on the motion. And there he goes. Jalen Waddle getting it done. Wide open is Jalen Waddle. He back shoulder throws it so that he doesn't go out of bounds. Waddle sets his feet. And the Dolphins get it done right there. You got to be happy about that. 17-7 lead here. Interesting situation for the Dolphins. Now, this is a team you should beat. That's my thing with it. This is a winnable game. So I'm not as concerned about this one here. We'll probably just set it to end. 17-7. If we see anything crazy, we'll step it up. But I doubt we'll see that. So this series, right, the goal is to kind of get us from one team to another. Hopefully we can kind of make that work there. And, I'd like to check out other teams. There's some decisions that I'm going to make for the Dolphins probably this offseason, which will really change it up. And hopefully we'll see something new for this squad here. Cam Robinson, 2nd and 20 is a holding call. Incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 20. And then May gets sacked by Chop. 4th and 26 there. Tough luck for them. Tua with the rush. 2nd and 7. Achane gets a 3-yard gain. Tua, nice pass right there. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Achane's running pretty well. It's like being a 2-down back, he's getting that rest when need be. Ooh, a 15-yard penalty. They're already approaching. Pretty good spot here. 3rd and 8. 10-yard reception. Durham Smythe. Wow. We'll check this out. If it ends up being a good deal, we score a touchdown. We'll go ahead and sim the rest quickly and get us to the next one, which will be against the Buffalo Bills. 2 tight ends on the left side of that line. Hands it off. And that's a 1st down for Devon Achane. 19 carries for 87 yards. Definitely a big difference compared to last game. But we got to do this against better teams. And the Patriots they're still developing. 1st and goal there. Hands it off on the delayed. Looks like a draw play there. No good on that one. 2nd and goal at the 6. Bunch left here. Oh, Tua sees something. He makes a change. Gonna pass it. Sets his feet, gets it underneath. Tyreek into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami Dolphins. Now Tyreek gets into the end zone. There you go. So Tua kind of balled out today. These late drag routes are really interesting because the Patriots just kind of letting them get loose. They shouldn't, but 24-7 should be okay. We'll go ahead and speed through this here. I didn't see any injuries come up during the simulation, so it's not a 13-play drive. Wow. Very calculated there. You love to see that. So that should do it. The Dolphins get it done. 24-14. Xavier Klein gets his first win as the head coach for the Dolphins. Tua pumped about it. I thought it was a very good game for that young man. Yeah, very good. 23 for 32, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 8 yards per average there, average pass. 22 for 94. That was really good to see Achane kind of get it going there. Tyreek Hill 8 for 100. Waddle 6 for 97, both with touchdowns. They were the main focus there. Brewer, Wynn, and Wills gave up sacks today. Dodson active, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. Chop got himself a sack. Fuller had that nice pick. 2 pass deflections for Chop, 1 for Molden. And then Alfonso Walton, our young linebacker there, getting a forced fumble. Love to see that. We'll get it ready to set up for the Buffalo Bills. So we get a home game here against the Buffalo Bills. We're rocking the orange unis today. Hoping we get to see some good things against these two QBs, as they tend to create high scoring opportunities for both sides. Defenses get definitely tested here. But the Bills, I think, have built some good things around Josh Allen on the offense. Defense is the one piece, one group that needs to get better. I think they got some youth there that they're keeping together, but they got to continue to build on that. The corners aren't as amazing as they once used to be. Trey White, prior to his ACL injuries, they always had a lockdown corner there. With Gilmore there at 1.2 was pretty solid, but you knew like the window of opportunity on some of these pieces are very, very narrow. So, once you get that window, if you can't do anything with it, it's very, very tough to try to keep all the pieces together and hope everything works out. Once you find your franchise QB, you can't really turn the clock back. We're going to restart the drive there at the 25. Here comes Tua Tagovailoa ready to roll here. I'm hoping for a good deal for him today. Achane ran really well last week. Let's see if he can do it once again. Jonnu Smith off the left side of the line. Achane with the motion. They sent 5 there. Tua looking around. He's in trouble. He tries to take off. No luck. That's Hoyt with the sack right there. 2nd and 17. Injury, though. Oh, we got Huntley in. Tua's hurt. Shotgun deuce close. Oh, my gosh. Stone Smart with the motion there. They go for the RPO to Jonnu Smith. Breaks the tackle. Jonnu turns on the Jets. And we got ourselves a 3rd and 3 here at the 32. Let's see what happens here, man. No Tua. Does Huntley get it done? 3rd and 3 here. Defense with 7 in the box. Achane in the backfield. They send 4. Huntley throws it to the flats. Gets it in the hands of Stone Smart, who breaks the tackle. Keeps his legs moving. And we are inside Buffalo Bill territory there. Valentine in the backfield. Shotgun spread set. Defense with 4 on the line. Huntley sees something. He makes a change. He hands it off to Valentine. Valentine trying to find some room. He gets a couple. Nope, he gets a yard. Defense kind of collapsed in the interior there. Bunch left. Achane back in. Huntley ready to roll. Hands it off to Achane. Achane finds some room. Bounces around. He's going to get close to the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 41. Wide receiver stack close right. Defense with 4 on the line here. They're going to motion over Waddle from left to right. Or is that Washington? They got time. He overthrows it. He had him wide open. Good blocking up front. So the Dolphins, ooh, I love this call. 4th and 2, wide bunch left there, going for it. Achane in the backfield here. Defense with 6 in the box. MVS motioning from left to right. Let's see what you got here. They only send 4. Huntley's looking around. He goes for the shot. Wide open and touchdown, Tyreek Hill. What a throw by Tyler Huntley. That is incredible. Huntley throws it from the 50-yard line. Tyreek beat the brakes out of the both DBs. And the Dolphins have the lead here to start the game off. I don't know what happened to Tua. I hope he's okay. But boy, oh boy, does that help us out right there. Tyler Huntley jumping in. That is huge, huge for the Dolphins there. I got to see what happens, though. Is he hurt? Is he done? Abdominal strain. So he's out for just another quarter here. So that gives me a little bit of breathing room. We'll just kind of sim it here, see what happens. Kind of watch through a little bit of this one here. 7:59 left here in the first. That injury, man, scary, but it's nice to see Huntley. And that's the thing, too, is I think the Dolphins did bring back Huntley. When you have a guy that kind of gets used to the system, if he keeps cycling backup QBs, I mean, a lot of these backup QBs tend to be very intelligent, but they're like the action on the field is very tough to implement. 5 touchdowns, 479 yards for Josh Allen to start off. He's not throwing a lot. Looks like they might be running the ball quite well with James Cook. Excuse me. Allen's first pass is a check down, basically, to Dalton Kincaid. Dodson with the tackle there. 7:30 left here in the first quarter. Trips right. Cook in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Cook. Cook getting to the outside. He's got room. Wow. Great blocking. Even the receivers had really good blocking there. Go. Trips left. Cook in the backfield. Defense in a 2-4 mug. They send 4. Play action here for Allen. Allen gets a nice throw to Kincaid. He gets pushed out of bounds, but I thought we had that one. Go Dolphins. 1st and 10 at the 39. You know Allen's going to do work. You know he's going to get it right. Trips right. Hands it off to James again. Cook takes it all the way to the 31. 13 for 62 and a touchdown for James Cook. Come on. Oh, is Phillips back? Is Phillips back and I didn't put him in? Oh, I got to fix that. Hands it off there. I thought Phillips wasn't back until... Oh, no, he is back. I forgot to switch that out. So they got him in there right now. That's good to know. So Phillips is back. 5:50 left here in the first. Send 4 there. Cook throws it underneath. Wide open, number 18. James is, I'd say Josh Allen's taking his time. Bunch right. Kincaid motioning there on the right side of that line. Josh looking around. Underneath again. Keon Coleman gets the first down. We need to get to the QB, guys. 4:50 left here in the first. Kincaid again with the motion. Hands it off to Ray Davis. Ray Davis has some room on the outside. Great tackle there by the corner. 2nd and 6. Looks like wide receiver stack close right. Shotgun split. Phillips trying to get there. Ooh! He almost got him, and Allen's able to run in. Wow, man. You got to sack him. Phillips had his hands on him, but Josh Allen made him pay the price. Wow. 4:22 left here in the first quarter. Got ourselves a tie game here. So both offenses able to get it done on their end. Now we're going to have to figure out how to get it done on ours. 4:22 left. Continue to watch this. Chance to return. Takes it to the... why did he go to the left like that? Ooh. Number 51 is injured. What happened to you? That's Clennon Farrell. Bunch right. Achane in the backfield here for Huntley. 4:18 left here in the first. They're going to motion Waddle from right to left. They're going to go for the screen. Into the hands of Achane. He's got plenty of room. Achane taking it down the sideline, down at the 47. Huntley is playing very well right now. Wide bunch left. They're going to motion MVS there from left to right. Send 4. Huntley looking around. Checks it down to Achane on the left. Achane gets about 6 there. 100 yards passing already for Huntley. That big, a lot of it came from that one pass at Tyreek, but he's a backup. Valentine in the backfield. And, play action there. He's got time. Throws it over to the right. Gets it to Waddle. Waddle falling forward. He drags the DB across the first down mark. 1st and 10 at the 42. Trips left. Let's see what you got here. Achane in the backfield. Throws a shot. Post pattern. Over to MVS. MVS into the freaking 10. 1st and goal at the 5. The big freaking slot receiver is working out here. Look at Huntley. Easy, good blocking there. Great catch. Number 6 tried to dive for that. And we got 1st and goal at the 5. When you see success like this, man, do you keep him in? I mean, it's tough, but he's a backup. Right up the... Woo-hoo! You had Waddle, bro, and you know it. 2nd and goal here. Achane in the backfield. Wide receiver stack close left. 2 tight ends off the right side of that line. He's looking around. He's got him. Stone Smart wide open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Miami Dolphins. Stone Smart. Tight end 2. Getting it done there. He was wide open on that drag route. The DB saw it too late. And this is not looking like a bad game here. You don't expect a backup QB to step up, but it's a team effort right here. Let's go, Dolphins. If you trade away pieces like Jalen Phillips, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, how does this look, right? And I'm wondering if you should trade them. I think in real life it kind of makes sense if you're able to maneuver the money, which I wish you could do more of that here in Madden. But in Madden, right, maybe we do something as far as maybe not changing the players to change the team. Maybe we change the team to reflect the players. You send 4 there. Josh Allen right up the... Dude, this play of just throwing these hitches, like it's like a dig route with like a little stop at the front. I mean, at the end of the route. That seems to work quite a bit for the Bills. David Edwards, with the mistake to give us a break. 1st and 20. That's a really interesting play that we just can't get our mind wrapped around. Trips left. Keon Coleman motioning to the around there. Why it's picked off by Brooks at the 29, and that is a big mistake by Josh Allen there. You messed that up. Josh Allen into the hands of Brooks. Yeah, see, it was like another hitch thing. See, I wonder if it was maybe it was a choice route or something. But that's a big mistake right there. And Huntley gets another drive here because I think Tua can come back next quarter. Wide receiver stack close right. Valentine in the backfield. They're going to motion Waddle here from left to right. Looks like a bunch set there off that motion. Gets a drag. Oh, he should have kept going. Malik Washington just possession caught that. Single back, deuce close. Achane in the backfield. 1:30 left here in this first quarter. Steps back, hits the out route right there to Stone. He gets pushed out of bounds. 152 yards for Huntley. Pretty amazing. Valentine in the backfield here. Waddle motioning from right to left. You got time. Huntley looking around. Nice throw to Jonnu Smith. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 12. This offense just looks amazing with Huntley right now. Or is it just that the Bills' defense is not that great? I don't know. Stone Smart motioning there off the left side of the line. Hands it off to Achane on the inside split. Achane almost got away. 2nd and 5. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Two tight ends on the right side of that line. They're going to hand it off. Mid-gap blitz. Easy going there. Bernard gets it done. And that'll end the first quarter, folks. But the Dolphins are knocking on the door here. That was a big mistake. Pass to Kincaid and into the hands of Brooks. 3rd and 7. Let's see what you got here. Looks like Huntley's still in. Tight end off the right side of that line. Achane in the backfield. They're going to motion Achane out. Empty bench now. Huntley's got time. Throws the Texas route to Achane. He dropped it. Oh my gosh. He threw that great. And they're going to settle for the field goal here. But you go up 2 possessions against the Bills. That's not a bad deal right there. You're hoping for better. But you got to be cool about that. Great job right there. Let's keep it moving. 9:53 left here in the half. Let's see what you can do, guys. Taking it to the 26. Let's go, guys. So we're going to go ahead and let's do this. And let's just see what happens. Penalty against Jerron Reed. 1st and 5 for the Bills. 2-yard gain there for Cook. Pass drop by Keon Coleman. 12-yard reception for Khalil Shakir. Okay. 3rd and 1. 5-yard gain by James Cook. All right. 3rd and 7 here. Knocked away. And they kick a 55-yard field goal. Great boot right there by Tyler Bass. Woo, man. I don't know, dude. Kind of want to watch a little bit more of Tyler Huntley if he's still in. Oh, no, it looks like Tua's in. 1st and 10. We'll probably speed this up there to see if Tua can hang on to the lead. If we see a lead change, we'll jump back into it, but see what Tua's doing here. He's rolling out, sets his feet, throws it to the left, and he misses his receiver. Tua didn't have much time, but he looked hesitant to throw the ball. Wide bunch left. They're going to motion MVS from left to right. Tua looking around. And he's going for it, chucking it deep. Oh, he caught it. Jonnu Smith with a snag. Unreal. He had to wait for it a little bit, but he got it done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a throw by Tua. Everyone was like, oh man, we want Tyler in there. And Tua does that, uncorks it. Defense is pumped about it, saying, all right, we got this. 2 tight ends on the right side of that line there. 1 on the left. Achane in the backfield. Waddle's out there. They're going to misdirect a little play action. Throws it to the back of the... Ooh, come on, man. Oh. 2nd and goal at the 8. That was such a great play call. Tua looking around, throws it underneath. Tyreek grabs it, gets tackled at the 4. Shotgun, deuce close. You cannot do all that and settle for a field goal. Jonnu Smith motioning on the right side there. They send 4. Tua's got time right on the middle, into the hands of Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins put another tutty on the board right here. That's what I'm talking about right there. Big catch. Dolphins able to fight back 24-10. Dolphins doing work here. 6:04 left. Kind of want to see if we can push this a little further here. Maybe let's speed it up so we can see what Josh does in the sim. It's 24-17. Heads to the half. Let's see if we see another thing going on. Oh, fighting there. Ooh, 4th quarter, no points. 24. First and goal. Dolphins with the ball. Let's see what you got here. First and goal at the 9. Valentine in the backfield here. Single back, deuce close. Inside split. Valentine, nice hezzy move though. Little dead leg pivot on that one. Or dead leg juke. Second and goal at the 7. Valentine's in there. Spread set. Defense with 5 on the line. They send 5. Hands it off to Valentine. Valentine bullying his way to the 3. 5 carries today for 15 yards. Bunch right. I wonder what happened. Wonder if Achan's hurt. Third and goal. Looking around. Tua. He's going to take off. And he'll take it into the end zone himself. Touchdown, Miami, with 3:03 left. There you go. Tua got hurt in the beginning of the game. But the team rallied and they fought together. And just like that, you love to see it, man. My goodness. 31-24. I said it was going to be one of those high-scoring games, man. Anytime the Bills and the Dolphins come together, it ends up being a ridiculous kind of score there, as long as everyone plays together. We're going to watch this a little bit, see what happens. 3:03 left here. Let's see what Josh does. First and 10. 5-yard reception to Keon Coleman. He gets sacked by Zach Sealer. Khalil Shakir fights back. It'll be... Ooh, they go for it. Amari Cooper with the catch. First and 10. Incomplete there for Josh. 9-yard reception there. This is where we're going to watch the last minute of this one here. Single back formation. 3 tight end set. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Defense, 5 on the line here. Do they send 5? They send 6. They shut it down on 4th and 1, and that will be a turnover and downs. Lecky Fotu gets to him. Everyone collapsed on James Cook. What a play by the defense there. Lecky Fotu shut it down, bullying that interior line. And there you have it. Dolphins got the ball here. I'm seeing Achan must have got hurt. Trips tight end right. 1:05 left here. They're going for an outside zone. Valentine following his blockers, breaking tackles. He'll get the first down. What a run by the Rook. First and 10 at the 41. He ran out of bounds, though. So the clock stops. They get all 3 timeouts. They hand it off to Valentine again. Valentine, this time, make sure to stay in bounds. 2 timeouts remaining. Wide receiver stack close left. Outside zone there for Valentine. He's going to get the first down, but there's a holding call. And that'll push us back there. There's no way it's not a holding call. Oh, legal block in the back. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. Let's see what you guys can do here. Single back, 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. 2nd and 1. Looks like oh no, that's Jalen Wright. He's in there. And that is an inopportune thing for the Bills right there. They got 1 timeout remaining. That should do it. The Dolphins get it done at home, beating the Bills. Dolphins tend to do that to the Bills. It's kind of crazy. But you got to be okay with that. 31-24 there at the end. I'd say the defense started to clutch up at the end. By the time we got to the end of the game, but man, these Dolphins are 2-1 now. They're not looking too bad. Look at this. Huntley 11 for 14, and then Tua 12 for 16. Pretty good right there. The running game didn't go off. I think Achan is hurt. 119 yards for Jonnu Smith. That big 62-yard pass really changed it up. And then everyone else kind of got the ball shared. But Waddle and Tyreek continue with Tuddies on the board. Paul giving up 3 sacks today. 11 tackles for Dodson. 4 tackles for loss today for as a team. A half a sack and a pick by Jordan Brooks today was nice. So not too bad there. We're going to check to see what the injury looks like. Is Achan out for an extended period of time or just the game? This is where we gotta watch that, man, because it could be pretty bad for these guys here. Let's see what the simulation shows, and everyone is healthy. That's a good thing there. We will get to the following week and try to see if we can knock out the Commanders. Maybe we'll sim most of that. Maybe jump into like the end of the game. And we got the Patriots for one more. So we're in the third quarter here. Washington up 17-3. 3rd and 4. Valentine in the backfield. They send 4. Tua's got so much time. Throws it to the left. Wide open there is big MVS. 1st and goal at the 6. Tua threw his first pick today, it looks like. That was a big throw. 5 for 56. So MVS being used a little bit more today. Valentine in the backfield. Wide bunch right. 3:30 left here in the 3rd. Tua in trouble. Throw it away. No, he throws it. Back shoulder throw. Touchdown. MVS. And the Dolphins are back in this one here. Playing in Washington, you know they want to hold it down. But look at this. Throws it. Oh, wow. He's running towards his off throwing side. And Tua gets it done there. Klein pumped about that. Way to bounce back, Tua. Let's see what you do here. 17-10. 11 plays, 80 yards. Let's go, man. .330 left here. Washington starts to drive at the 4. They're going to take it to the 10, 20, 25. Wow. That returner fought hard for that last couple of yards. Here we go. Shotgun spread set here. Hoping for the defense to get to Jaden Daniels. They send 4. Jaden throws it quickly. Oh, he dropped it. Let's go, defense. Keep it rolling. 3:22 left here in the 3rd. Shotgun tight set here. 2-4 mug for the Dolphins. They send 6. Jaden got hit on that one, but he throws it perfectly into the hands of his freaking receiver. Number 2, Dyami Brown, I think it is. Shot out like a rocket on that mesh concept. Look at this. Jaden not worried. He took a hit by Phillips, but that was like a natural rub route there. Tight end left the room, and it's 1st and 10 at the 47. So it looked like the Dolphins were right on him, and Jaden not worried at all. Hands it off to Robinson. That's a great play by Dodson there. 2:35 left here in the 3rd quarter. Defense coming out on a 2-4 mug. Trips right here for the Commanders. They send 4. Jaden not worried. Throws a shot. Wide open is number 85. And there you go. What a play right there for the Commanders. Noah Brown. Solo dolo on the right side. No one worried about that. It looks like it might have been an inverted cover 2. Because no one was ready for that. Or it looks maybe a wheel route or a seam route on the right side. And the Commanders, the Dolphins needed 11 plays to get down the field to score a touchdown. Commanders says, hey, we'll do it in 4. Unreal. 2:20 left here in this 3rd quarter. We need some work on this one. Dolphins are going to take it. And that'll start the drive at the 23 there. Let's see what you can do on this one. Valentine in the backfield. I'm assuming Achane is hurt again. 2:21 left here in the 3rd. Stone Smart motioning from left to right. They send 5. Tua throws it underneath on the drag route to Stone Smart. Stone's going to get the 1st down. There you go. Trips right. Jonnu Smith slotted on the right. Valentine in the backfield. Defense on a 4-wide line. Tua looking around. Throws it. Nice mesh catch right there for MVS. And you can't celebrate right now. 2 tight ends on the right side of the line. Wide receiver stack close left. Tua sees something there. Makes a change. Outside zone there for Valentine. Valentine cutting through. Gets the 1st down. 9 carries for 26 yards today. Bunch left here. 1:05 left here in the 3rd. Play action here for Tua. Tua's got time. He's going to try to take off running. Bounces off a defender. Doesn't want to go down. 2nd and 6 right there. Tua talking to the defender saying, you ain't getting me out of this one here. Pistol set. 2 tight ends. 1 on each side of the line there. Tua sees something. He's going to hand it off to Valentine. Valentine breaks a defender, falls forward, gets a couple. 10 for 29 so far today. Spread set here. Valentine in the backfield. 4 wide line for the Commanders. Tua, he's got time. Throws a shot to the left. Oh my gosh. That would have been an amazing grab right there for Tyreek. Oh my gosh, 4th and 3. Dolphins know they got to go for it. They don't want to punt it. They're going to motion over a receiver there from left to right. I think Waddle might have gotten hurt. Tua looking around, checks it down, and Valentine dropped it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That might do it there, folks. Unreal in the field. Jaden Daniels looking to take off, sets his feet. He is not scared at all, folks. He had zero fear despite all that chaos that was happening around him. You got to respect it. We're going to go ahead and just kind of sim through our stuff right there. They do score. I don't think there really is much for us to do other than concede here. Interception by St. Rastrill. And that will do it. Tough game here, 34-10. The Dolphins lose a big one there. They are currently 2-2 though, which is not bad. But Jaden Daniels had an incredible game. Tua did not. 3 picks today. He had to force some things being down so much. Yeah, Valentine, what happened to Devon Achane? Must have got hurt really early in this one. Marquez Valdes-Scantling was the main receiver. Waddle is fine. Hill didn't have a single catch today. That is crazy. We got to be careful of that. 8 tackles for Phillips. 4 tackles for loss for Chop. No sacks, though. Jaden Daniels was a boss. Ooh-wee, this is going to be a rough one, man. So we have turned the trades on, and our goal here is to kind of assess where everyone's at. I wonder if any other teams have decided to make some moves. It looks like DJ Reader gets traded from the Lions to the Titans, and in return the Titans send DJ Chark. Okay. Week 5, Jimmy Ward gets traded to the Panthers, and in return the Panthers send Jatavian Sanders, a future 5th round pick and a future 7th. Wow. And then the Commanders made a move trading Andrew Wiley to the Titans, and in return Titans brought in Ivan Pace and traded Ivan Pace and a future 5th round pick. So wow. So we have that open here. The Patriots are coming up. I think I'm not going to watch too much of that because I'd like to see where we stand after that. So we'll just kind of sim through that one and we'll talk through the box score. So we're jumping in the last 2 minutes of this game. 3rd and 9, 13-13. Wide bunch left here for the Dolphins playing at home. They're going to motion MVS from left to right. Can they keep this drive alive? Achane in the backfield here. They send 4. Tua looking around. He's got time. Throws it right up the middle. Gets it into Waddles. Ooh, he's close. 4th and inches of the 41. What do you do here? They send out the freaking big jumbo set. Valentine in the backfield. Fullback dive for Ingold. Ingold gets the first down. He's going to be down at about the 33. The Patriots use the timeout to force an action here for the Dolphins, and the Dolphins took advantage of it. 1st and 10 at the 33. Clock is ticking now. 2 tight end set. Misdirection handoff for Achane. Achane bouncing around. He's going to get a couple yards there. 16 for 23. The rushing lanes have been very rough today. Very tight. No room. 2nd and 8. Patriots have one timeout remaining. There goes Achane taking off. He'll get the first down. He'll get the first down. 1st and 10 at the 21. And the Patriots have no more timeouts now. 2 tight ends on the left side of the line. They're going to hand it right up the middle. Achane's going to get another first down. It looks like the Patriots just trying to let them get through. If anything, though, the clock is going to keep rolling here. Hands it off to HN again. He's going to get to about the 1. And they're going to chew the clock here. Maybe they just kind of wait a little bit, or they try it again real fast. They do. HN into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins, with 6 seconds left on the clock. Great clock management right there. Horrible camera movement action there. We get to see the very end of HN scoring. But this is incredible, folks. The Dolphins have won 3 games today. In this episode, excuse me, out of 4. That's a pretty solid situation. You went against Jaden Daniels, who is lights out. So, you know, you got to take that into account. Our team is growing. Now you got to figure out if we're going to make decisions now as we approach this thing. We could potentially be buyers at 3-2. Patriots 0-4. But do we... oh no, that was a false start there. Drake's gonna have a free shot at this one. And he's set. Oh no! Sets his feet. Chucks it deep. Dropped. And that's gonna be a free play for them. They're gonna do it once again, but I'm wondering if we try to trade someone like Jalen Phillips now, right? Because Chubb will be back. We got Walton, who we want, and Carter, who we want to give a little bit more reps to. If we can trade Jalen Phillips, who I'm really not that impressed with. 1st and 5. Drake setting his feet. He's got time. Sets it. Throws it. Deep. And it's swatted away. Dolphins win 20-13. That's what I have to think about. Like, if we can combine some of the players, some moves here, and some potential picks, could we get a really nice piece to kind of keep this team going? Tua Tagovailoa, though, with the tough one there. 20 for 53, 7 for 81. And that was Jalen Waddle today. Hill not used much. Jedrick Wills gave up 2 sacks today. You know, with Tyreek Hill, there's definitely a lot of teams that are interested. I just don't know about giving up on him yet. I think this guy is very good for us, and like I said, there's a chance that we really mix it up. We look at a potential brand change for this team, and it wouldn't be bad to see other guys that are really good vets, great performers with a chance to launch that new brand somewhere else. So get ready for it. The Dolphins are here for a little bit, but I could see them. I could see us making a change next season with a new look. So keep up on this one here, folks. That'll do it for us today. If you like what you saw, please drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. And most importantly, subscribe to keep up with the series. I appreciate everyone that stopped by today. Y'all have yourself a good one. And for now, fins up.